Japan sets new record, 41.2 degrees Celsius heatwave climate change impact. The mercury soars to unprecedented heights. Japan's scorching temperature record exposed. Can the country's infrastructure withstand the escalating climate crisis? In a startling revelation, Japan has just logged its hottest day in recorded history, further intensifying the global spotlight on the far-reaching consequences of climate change. This extreme weather event comes on the heels of the nation's most sweltering June ever documented. On Wednesday, the thermometer skyrocketed to a staggering 41.2 degrees Celsius, 106.16 degrees Fahrenheit in Tamba City, located approximately 560 kilometers, 350 miles southwest of Tokyo. This new high eclipses the previous record of 41.1 degrees Celsius, 105.98 degrees Fahrenheit, set in 2018 and matched again in 2020. But here's where it gets widespread. Temperatures of 40 degrees Celsius or higher were also recorded in multiple cities, including Fukuchiyama in Kyoto Prefecture, Maniwa in Okayama Prefecture, and Nishiwaki in Hyogo Prefecture. This broad heat wave prompted heatstroke alerts in 33 out of Japan's 47 prefectures on the same day, as reported by national broadcaster NHK. The human toll. The consequences of this heat wave are alarming. Over 10,800 individuals were hospitalized for heatstroke just last week, with a devastating 16 heat-related fatalities confirmed by the Fire and Disaster Management Agency. A disturbing trend. Wednesday's record-breaking temperature is the latest in a series of unprecedented heat spikes in Japan. To put this into perspective, the country endured its hottest June on record last month, with the average nationwide temperature soaring 2.34 degrees Celsius, 36.21 degrees Fahrenheit above the norm. Moreover, Japan experienced its hottest year ever in 2024, marking the second consecutive year of record-breaking average temperatures. And this is the part most people miss. As the world grapples with the challenges of climate change, it raises a critical question. Are governments and infrastructures adequately prepared to handle the escalating frequency and severity of extreme weather events? We want to hear from you. Do you think the global response to climate change is sufficient? Or are we just scratching the surface of a much deeper issue? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Sources: Al Jazeera and news agencies. Japan hits record-breaking 41.2 degrees Celsius heat wave in Hyogo. Extreme heat, heatstroke warning. Imagine a country known for cherry blossoms and serene temples, now grappling with a blistering heat wave that's rewriting the books. Japan just shattered its all-time temperature record, hitting a staggering 41.2 degrees Celsius in Tamba, Hyogo Prefecture, surpassing the previous mark of 41.1 Celsius set in 2018 and 2020. But here's where it gets controversial. This isn't just a weather anomaly. It's a stark reminder of how climate change is turning familiar landscapes into battlegrounds against the elements. And this is the part most people miss. The human cost behind these numbers. Over 10,800 people were hospitalized for heat-related illnesses in a single week, a near doubling from the prior week, with Tokyo alone reporting over 1,000 cases. How do we balance economic progress with the health of our citizens? That's a question worth debating. The record-breaking temperature wasn't an isolated incident. Nearby cities like Fukuchiyama, Kyoto, and Nishiwaki Hyogo also saw scorching readings of 40.6 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius respectively. For context, this is the first time this year that Japan's mercury has climbed above 40 degrees Celsius according to NHK. Last year, the milestone was reached in Gifu Prefecture on August 16. But what makes this year's surge so alarming? Experts point to the relentless pace of climate change, which is amplifying heat waves with terrifying regularity. And here's a twist. Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost region, typically known for its cooler summers, saw a 177. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone has access to these resources. As the meteorological agency warns of a lingering high-pressure system that will keep the heat rolling through Monday, the question lingers, are we doing enough to protect the most vulnerable? From elderly populations to outdoor workers, the stakes are rising. Some argue that government warnings are helpful, but insufficient. Others believe individual responsibility should take precedence. Where do you stand? Share your thoughts below, because this isn't just about temperatures, it's about our future. Japan's hottest day ever, 41.2 degrees Celsius, record scorches Tamba city. Imagine the mercury soaring to unprecedented heights, shattering records, and leaving people gasping for breath. This is exactly what happened in Japan recently, as a city in the western part of the country experienced its highest temperature ever recorded. The heat wave, which has been lingering for days, is not just a matter of discomfort. It poses serious risks of heat stroke and puts immense strain on power grids. But here's where it gets controversial. While some argue that this is a clear sign of climate change, others point to natural weather patterns. What do you think? Let's dive into the details. Tamba City, nestled in Hyogo Prefecture, hit a staggering 41.2 degrees Celsius, 106 degrees Fahrenheit, on Wednesday, according to NHK, a local broadcaster. This temperature is not just a new record for the city, it's a national record, surpassing the previous all-time high of 41.1 degrees Celsius set in Hamamatsu Shizuoka Prefecture in 2020 and Kumagaya Saitama Prefecture in 2018. To put this into perspective, think of the hottest day you've ever experienced. Now, imagine it being even hotter, and that's what the residents of Tamba City are dealing with. The implications of such extreme temperatures are far-reaching. For one, the risk of heat stroke is significantly higher. Heat stroke is a serious condition that occurs when the body overheats, often leading to dizziness, confusion, and even loss of consciousness. It's crucial for people to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, and seek cool environments whenever possible. And this is the part most people miss. The elderly and young children are particularly vulnerable to heat-related illnesses, so extra care should be taken to ensure their safety. Moreover, the intense heat puts a tremendous strain on power grids, as air conditioning units work overtime to keep homes and businesses cool. The demand for electricity surges. This can lead to power outages, which in turn exacerbate the discomfort and danger posed by the heat wave. It's a vicious cycle that highlights the need for robust infrastructure and emergency preparedness. But what does this mean for the future? Some experts argue that these extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe due to climate change. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and other human activities contribute to global warming, which in turn leads to more intense heat waves. Others, however, point to natural weather patterns and cyclical changes in climate. The debate is ongoing, and it's a topic that sparks passionate discussions among scientists, policymakers, and the general public. So what can we do to mitigate the effects of such extreme heat? One approach is to invest in renewable energy sources, which not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also provide a more sustainable and reliable source of power. Another is to implement urban planning strategies that promote green spaces and reduce the urban heat island effect. And let's not forget about individual actions, such as conserving water, using energy-efficient appliances, and planting trees. In conclusion, the record-breaking temperature in Japan serves as a stark reminder of the challenges we face in a warming world. It's a call to action for individuals, communities, and governments to take steps towards a more sustainable future. But the question remains, are we ready to make the necessary changes? What are your thoughts on this issue? Do you believe that extreme weather events are a clear sign of climate change, or do you think there are other factors at play? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation.